Time ago. All right, listen, please. I want you to give it up. I want you to really make some noise and welcome some constructive lyrics from our special guest, Mr. Macka. Give it up!
If a man in your house told you to come out and told you to live in the garden, if it happened to you, tell me what would you do? Wouldn't you fight and fight and fight them? If a man in your house told you to come out and told you to live in the garden, if it happened to you, tell me what would you do? Wouldn't you fight and fight and fight them? Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to other people's land to conquer was their intention.
Yes, sir. As they say, manners and respect to you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Greetings, Quincy. Rastafari. Blessed love, King.
Respect, King. Right. I'm just going to say to you, I got a big up Coral for arranging this interview. She's doing great works. When we speak today, because I'm a fan of sound system, but most importantly, I'm an old school lyricist. I will speak about Wasafa Showcase and your time there. And one of my greatest times of witnessing you DJ is when Kilimanjaro was in Birmingham, when Hammermouth and German Lee was the selector. You was one of the MCs for Wasafa. And you just blew my mind, King. You blew my mind.
Oh, a Ninja Man, he did it. That one there?
Yeah. Yeah, you blew my mind, man. It was amazing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Remember the show? Cause Ninja Man, him not in a DJ. He wasn't DJing. He was just in the dance. And soon after, I burn out the place and run to the microphone and start chatting. yeah.
And this is the thing. I always say to myself that I do believe, even though was you born in Jamaica or you born here?
Yes, sir. England,
right? Yeah. I do believe. Right, there's some top British DJs over here, but I've always reckoned that the Jamaican artists didn't really respect the English DJs, so to speak, like the General Levy's and the Tipper Iries and yourselves and all that. So I was there. I saw Ninja Man literally like run over when you finished do your thing. Like, do you find that?
No, not really, not now still, because we've been to Jamaica many times and we've got the respect from them, you know, because from 87, I start record at Jamaica. And me have some tune where get really popular in Jamaica, like, you know, the earlies, like Dreader Who She Love and Proud of Mandela and them kind of tune, eh? So me get to do Sunsplash in Jamaica, reggae Sunsplash. And when we do reggae Sunsplash, the first time, I use Shabba Ranks band, Rough Cut. And at the time when Shabba coming at the helicopter, I don't know if you remember, Shabba coming out a helicopter up on the stage, you know, and yes. Burned up the place. But me mash up the place, bad, till even the Rough Cut bass, I have to say, Macka, you do it tonight, you know, and then call me back for the next year and me do Sting, the Shabba when, not Shabba, when Ninja and Supercat clash a Sting, me depend that Sting there as well, and we got enough rebels, and we got enough, and we get the respect from them.
Yeah, that's all good, man. Are you still doing your Mondays regarding the food? What's the name of it? Your
Medical Monday and What Me Eat Wednesdays. Two of them, yeah.
I know Medical Mondays. I was aware of that when you was on Eddie Nestor's No Joke, and you were speaking about the fruit. So the only person I see speak so highly of food is Caperton when he came over here for his Q&A. He was talking about the food, and you were the only one to speak and make okra, because I grew up never really liking okra, but appreciating how good okra is good, especially as I'm diabetic, and what it does for your blood sugars.
Yeah, man, it's good for you, man. And there's many ways of eating okra. You know, if you eat the slime, you don't have to boil it. You can eat it raw. Try eating it raw, cut it up small and eat it raw. Different thing, you know? Yeah, man. Try it, man.
So we're going to start literally in 30 seconds, because even though we're streaming, but we're also on the FM as well. So I have to not forget them people. Right? So bear me 1 second, all right? My producer guy, there's a lyric you done on Real McCoy, so he might play that before I introduce you. All right.
Yeah, me see you do it already still. Me see him play the little clip of it already.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're about to start. We're about to start. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Quincy. I am here to the hours of 1 o'clock this afternoon. This is the Extra Time Friday edition, courtesy via Supreme FM 99.8. Please bear with me because I was met with some news that I didn't really want to hear regarding my team Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. But I can go back there. I'm praying. That news, if that news is right, that could affect gold prices. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, that's another story for another time. I'm going to be speaking to now, and I'll say a big man, but a young man at heart. Yeah, a guy that I've got the most admiration for, and not just for recent years from Foundation. He's one of the pioneers in sound system out of Birmingham, and I got to discover him on Wasafa Showcase. I don't know if my producer can play just a little clip of him so the listeners know the lyrical content of this young man. But I first came across him and he on the program Real McCoy. And Real McCoy used to do little segments with comedians, but this time they actually brought a reggae artist on, and Leo Chester brought him on stage, and the lyrical content, I remember, like, all my days, I've never witnessed or heard something like this. And he made me jump in my car with my boys on the M6 and take him in. So look, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the man himself, Mr. Macka B. What's going on, King?
Pleasure, Quincy. Rastafari, greetings.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, so like, I think my guy was going to play it, but it's all right. We play it later. Well, I'll play it towards the end of the show. Yeah, greetings to you, sir, Macka B. Thank you. First things first, how's your health?
Yeah, man, good man. Give thanks. Health is wealth, as you know. You have to try, damage limitation. You have to keep on. You have to try, because some people not even try, So even when you're reaching at your 60s, 70s, you're still young, man. Enough things can go on,
I will say to you, obviously, you have Medical Mondays, and you just told me now. What was the other one on Wednesday? What are you going to eat Wednesday?
What me eat Wednesday, yeah.
I'm going to eat Wednesday. So, as much as you are very advocate for positive foods, do you exercise? Do plenty walks and stuff like that as well to keep fit?
Reggie, me there at the Jemima every day. 5 days a week. 5 days a week we in it, man. Me love calisthenics, Me into calisthenics, So we lose a lot of weight from when we're younger, you know what I mean? Cause we used to really big, carry enough weight, and we're still big but it's in a proportion now, and we really fit. Me stronger now than at any time in my life and in my 60s,
Yeah, we don't look it. So would you say your health and you changing your lifestyle from a food and exercise perspective has helped you further your career on stage? Because you get enough reggae artists who jump up and down and it can move and doing kind of things. Has it helped your performances even more?
Yeah, man, most definitely, man. Yeah, me jump around like a little youth, some little 20-year-old can't do what we do and still check the microphone and keep the breathing and all them something there. Yeah, man, it really helped a lot still, So we give thanks and we try to pass it on to people, Say just try to do something, even if you're, as I say, walking is good, ride a bike or do something, but do something. Yeah.
So look, before we get into the reason why we're speaking, because you are going to be at the Jazz Cafe on the 17th of February, and we go back to it. But what are the audience looking to see? What they're going to be witnessing on that day? What kind of performance is it going to be?
Well, it's going to be live with the Roots Ragga Band, and we travel all over the world, So it's a very professional band, a real good band, and a pure vibes we are going to bring, People who have seen Macka B shows, So a pure vibes, a lot of energy, You're going to hear lyrics, you're going to hear some serious music, You're going to full joy the whole thing, You can't really miss it,
Yeah. Would you say that is your stage time, or is it like a 45 minutes an hour? Are we going to be hearing a catalogue of old and new, or is it going to be purely fresh music you're going to be delivering?
Nah, man, old and new, Cause you have all the kind of different people coming, and some people love Macka from the 80s, me I do it, you know. So you have to give them one from the 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010s, up to the brand new. Show them say we're still in it, you know.
Yeah. How do you remember those lyrics from way back when? So like there was before for the listeners, not discovered you, but like I saw you perform at the Real McCoy and you done a lyric about those old Europeans. So do you still remember those lyrics?
The whole European one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still remember it. Yeah. If a man in your house told you to come out and told you to live in the garden, if it happened to you, tell me what would you do when you fight and fight and fight them? Those all Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to other people's land to conquer was their intention. Those all Europeans were very funny, man. They went over to America to try conquer the Red Indian. Well, I don't know about you, but I tell you what I do when I am looking. Yeah, man, remember it.
Don't get in too much, man, because that could be in the catalogue. On 17th of February. So look, when you design your show, any kind of show, obviously you have a length of time you are contracted to do. So do you go through your catalogue and think, right, this is going to fit here, or I'm going to end on this? Because when I do comedy, I know that I'm going to have a banging joke towards the end. So how do you prepare your set?
It kind of depends still. Chumi used to in a sound system from very young, from when we did at school, we in a sound system. So we know feel select tune, you know, and like we have certain tune where definitely in the set. But sometimes we check the crowd and check what the crowd like, and you know, how them react to that one there, or maybe them like that one there. Or sometimes when you're in a different territories, you have to do your homework. You have to find out which tunes are the big tune, because we play all over the world, you know. Let me give an example. When we did in Mexico, when we first got to Mexico years ago, and we do a radio interview, and we do the interview, and at the end we say, which are Macka be big tunes at Mexico? So him say Step Up, which are one big tune, and him say J'adore le reggae is a song when we do in a French. And I say, but they don't speak French in Mexico. So we never planned to put that in the set, because we never know nothing about it. So I run back to the bands, we go back to the hotel, and I say, you know that tune where we say we not do? We have to go do it because apparently it's a big tune, yeah, so. You see when we do the tune, we just hold the microphone, so, and the whole of the people them sing the whole tune. And them can't speak French, you know. That's the power of music, so you have to do your homework too, you know.
Why do you think reggae is such a infectious music worldwide? I just recently saw a clip of General Levy in India, Goa, performing at a festival. Yeah,
we do the same festival. We do the same festival in 2020. Yeah.
So reggae is taking you to India. Obviously, you just mentioned Mexico. Where has it taken you where you've been more surprised that Macka B is well loved and appreciated? What parts of the world you've been surprised about?
Not really surprised, you know, but it take away enough players still. Like Africa, we're not really surprised that the Africa, because we're African, you know, and the root did it still. And Jamaica, you know, the first time I performed at Jamaica was nice, because coming from over here and you come over there where it started and all the great DJs there, and you wonder how them are going to take to you. And when you can mash up the place and the people then take to you, that's a wonderful feeling, you know. So we're going to different places. Malaysia was kind of make me wonder, you know, because we did a festival in the rainforest in Malaysia. And it go down well still, you know, and Malaysia is a place where it kind of strict in a certain thing, especially when it comes to things like the herb. And we have a couple of herb lyrics in my thing, you know, so they might say, why shall we do it? And through the place I burned down, we just say, sure, come here one called medical marijuana, you know, just teaching people about the health benefits of the thing, you know. So we do it, and some politician in the crowd, because that's so you can go to prison for your life, you know, if it's with them something there. So we do it, and yeah, man, all of them people them start smile and place mash up, you know what I mean? So, you know, sometimes it depends how you put over the message, you know. Because I just celebrate, yes, burn it, I show them the medical benefits of it, you know. So, you know, that was a kind of something.
Let me ask you this, yeah. So obviously we are African spiritually, as the motherland, but you are Jamaican extracts as well. So where is your self-belonging? How do you feel when you perform in Africa compared to your parents place of birth of Jamaica. What is the two different kind of feelings performing in those two fantastic places of the world?
Yeah, it's a kind of different vibe. When we go to Africa, the first time I go to Africa, I go to the customs. At the first time I ever hear the man say, "Welcome home." Me never hear that before. Me come to England like hundreds of times, and nobody's never said that welcome home. They see my passport, they never say welcome home. So when you go there, so now, and the man say welcome home, you know, it kind of touching, you know, make you realize, you know, because we know we're African anyway, spiritually and physically, you know. So that was a great experience performing in Africa, you know, because at the root, and I love it, you know, you feel a vibration where you don't feel nowhere else. But Jamaica also is a great vibration, you know. It's like the African vibration, you know. And in a way, Jamaican, as we say, because the reggae entrenched within Jamaica, and the people then can understand everything that you say, you know what I mean? Maybe it's even a deeper vibe, you know what I mean, between you and the crowd, you know, because you can get them lyrics. Because me love lyrics, you know, so you can just take it down and say, all right, lyrics. You know, in Africa, you get them lyrics, but, you know, sometimes the language barrier, it did it sometimes. Yeah. So I just reality that still, but I love DJ at both of them and all around the world. You know, as me saying, in Mexico, with there India, with there Malaysia, with there Europe, you know. The reggae music is so infectious, you know, it's a great feeling.
You know what? I will say this, yeah. Do you, as a lyricist, yeah, when I listen to you, I put you up there. So these are my lyricists in written reggae music. If I was to have my Mount Rushmore of DJs on a sound system for that night, not in general, but for that night to go and see someone, I'll put you up there with General Trees.
All right, Trees. All right, nice. Yeah.
Stitchy.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I will put you up there with Paddy Roots.
Paddy Roots. I'm more singer though, you know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to balance out the thing. I'm trying to balance, you know, everyone had their stinger. You understand what I'm saying? Everyone had their stinger.
All right. Go on, do your thing.
Our Ninja Man.
All right. I noticed you leave out San.
Yeah, right. The reason why I haven't said San yet, I know San is the teacher of Stitchy, but I believe that Stitchy just holds out a bit more for me personally. For San, but yeah, I will say Papa. And then our UK own Papa Levi.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, man, Levi, a good artist. Good.
Yeah. So in the sense of those are my lyricists, so to speak. So from your history and your involvement in reggae music, who would you say? And no disrespect to any other artists, because there are artists out there from Brigadier Jerry to Sassa Frost. Who are your artists you would say that, yeah, I would love to be on a sound system and go lyric for lyric with?
Yeah, well, as I said, the cultural one name more than anything still. It's about lyrics, but it's about the lyrical content as well, if you see me I say. So then one way you say a good lyricist, you know. As I say, I put Sunny in it. I also put, not just for consciousness, but just the way he put in lyrics, Professor Nuts.
Yes.
Yeah, Professor Nuts. Yeah. And even some of the older one them, you know. I go further back and drop all Ira in it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because the great Ira. If you listen to him lyrics, he was like way a bit ahead of his time. You know, the man dropped some word and some lyrics in there where, you know, he was way ahead of his time. So I put him in there too. And even now, in a UK, I put Tipper in it too. Because Tipper a really good lyricist, you know, as well as Levi too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's kind of enough still, you know. I put Tony Rebel in it and even Assassin. Assassin are really good lyricists, you know.
Yeah. No, we'll talk.
Yeah.
There's so much artists out there. I mean, if you was because I put Paddy Roots as a singer to balance out the thing. So which singer would you put in there?
Singer, well, maybe Sing J, maybe as a lyricist, maybe Iwayne would have to go in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for lyrics, you know what I mean? Putting lyrics together. You know.
Over John?
Over who? Over Little John.
Yeah.
We wouldn't say over, because no competition still, but you know.
What would you
I win.
Yeah.
Little John great in a film thing as well. But lyrics, you know. Because Little John more sing over things, but matter about people who make a lot of their own lyrics. You know what I mean? Lyricists, we are talking it. So I put I win as a lyricist more than Little John. Little John is a great singer, you know. Because if you go there, that way there, you can put Barrington in it too, and them kind of thing, you know. So.
Yeah, no, real talk. What would you say? Would you say that the reggae music of today, because you're going to bring something different on the 17th of February, would you say that the lyric content of reggae music is non-existent now, or it's lacking substance compared to when you?
Yeah, man, very much lacking. Well, you know that anyway. Everybody know that. It kind of obvious, you know. And the subject matters is just one thing, you know. It's two things. It's either gunner underneath woman and you know what I mean? It become kind of tedious, you know. And me know say them greater than that. That are the thing. For where it come from, me know say it's like enough of them I do it because they think it's the thing to do. And enough of them I do it because when they go up on the stage and talk good lyrics, them not get the forward them supposed to get. As soon as them start some gun thing, then get a big forward. So they say, boy, I want forward all the time, you know. So I pay a gun thing them we kind of do, you know. So sometimes at the crowd, you know, who really have to really kind of step up. You know, you must want to hear something different. You can't want to hear the same thing all the time. And the thing is, when you hear them gun tune and on the stage and thing and you sing along with them, but when it happens in reality, people start ball and people shock and rare. But the same thing, you're singing and you dance, you know? So it's not just music and life. It's all together, you know? So you have to realize what you sing, it brings forth energy. It manifests and take on its own energy, you know? So we need more positive energy, especially coming out of Jamaica, a place where the whole world look to for certain guidance.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, yeah, because I do want to go back to that lyric, yeah, that song, Old Europeans, that's the name of the track. I want these people to appreciate what you do and what you are going to be delivering on the 17th of February in the Jazz Cafe. You performed at the Jazz Cafe before, right?
Yeah, man, a few times. Well, yeah.
And I think the reason I'm really appreciating it at the Jazz Cafe because it's very much that vibe in that room. I performed in there, and it's a different kind of vibe in there compared to like a reggae room, you know what I mean? And it's more artistic. I appreciate it. So, my producer, if you can play that particular lyric, yeah, I want people to really, as I guess is understand what the lyrical content is missing from these nowadays reggae. Do you listen to any of the artists of today?
Yeah, man.
Fight them. If a man in your house told you to come out and told you to live in the garden, if it happened to you, tell me what would you do when you fight them? Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to other people's land to conquer was their intention. Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to America to try conquer the Red Indian. Well, I don't know about you, but I tell you what I do when I am looking at a Western. When I'm watching the telly, I don't really see the Red Indian as a real bad man. They had got to give, cause they didn't want to live in a little old dirty reservation. Cause they didn't care, cause they were just there defending their own homeland. Europeans come not one by one, but in their tens and thousands, with the intention of taking all the best land and giving the Indian the bad one. Well, you must understand that the Red Indian were not just savages and madman, cause I am aware that they were just there reacting like any human. Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to other people's land to conquer was the intention. Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to South Africa to try conquer the South African. Cecil Rhodes and the posse of Europeans, them come away African land. They came for a fight with the gun in them right and them Bible in them left hand. They treated us with enough disgust, never treat we like man and woman. Treated us like something from outer space, like something that you couldn't spit on. We were first class citizens in Africa, they made us second class citizens. It is mad and bad and so sad to be a prisoner in your own land.
And you know what? I just that lyric there, that particular lyric there, that got me following your career and what you do to today. And it makes reggae music what it was designed for. It was literally bringing the attention. If it wasn't for reggae music, I wouldn't know about Marcus Garvey. And enough people would know about the other sides of how Indians, as in North America, were portrayed, so to speak. Reggae music was the first people, as you mentioned, your tunes in Mandela, was to highlight Mandela. So when you hear that, and you look back many of those years, you've lost a bit of weight, then you've trimmed up. You know what I mean? What does that do for you?
Yeah, man, I give thanks that I had that vibration, you know, as a youth, you know. I was forward thinking, and we give thanks to the advent of Rastafari in my life, you know. Really changed me thinking, as I say, make we start see Marcus Garvey for who him is, you know. We start see colonialism and all those kind of things. And we, as you saying, growing up in England, as little youths, we face racism, you know. We face a lot of racism in the early times, you know. People telling you go back where you come from and all them something. And we never really overstand. So growing up and you finally overstand what really are going, you know. And for Jah giving me the talent to be able to put it into music, put it into words, you know, and communicate with the people, you know, it's a great thing. So looking at that now is a great feeling, you know.
Yes, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to continue the conversation with Macka B on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to Quincy Presents. We are going to come off the FM of 99.8 via Supreme. So we are going to continue the conversation, and you can put all the questions you want to ask Macka B in the chat. I'm not going to give out the telephone number as yet, but we are speaking to Macka B regarding his appearance at the Jazz Cafe, which is going to be on the 17th of February. And very much I'm looking forward to going and see. I'm going to get the information so we can go out there. When we come back off the FM, but talk now. Sound system. Do you still get the opportunity to DJ on sound systems?
Yeah, sometimes still. Yeah. We still do it, you know. And that's when we start in it, you know. When we still at school, we kind of build our own sound, you know. My friend, my good brethren, did live like 4 houses away from me. And when I was about 4 years old, I used to hear like bass line a thumping at the night. I mean, I used to wonder what that. And it was a blues dance in it. And my friend father had a sound, and every Saturday was blues, you know. And I said to my friend, boy, when we get older, we have to go have something like that. And it just so happened the father passed the sound down to his son, and we all collaborated and made the sound called Exodus Sound. And when we are 15, 16, like we are Rasta youth, you know. So we say we are movement of Jah people, you know. So from then, me kind of start DJ, you know. Even though at first, me was kind of too shy, you know. Never really take the microphone. Just being in the sound was nice, you know. But at home, I was a secret man. Me I copy I-Rai, me I copy Big Youth, me I copy all these kind of man, you know. So, you know, it's just in my blood, you know. So now and again, me still get to do like some of the sound system appearances. It's more with the bands nowadays. Because when you do a festival, the band vibe is nice, you know. It's make it big, but the sound thing, you know, we can't left the sound thing.
How did your relationship with Wasafa Showcase come about?
Well, even though you say me from Birmingham, I'm not really from Birmingham. I'm from Wolverhampton, which is about 10 miles from Birmingham. So you can't say the same place, near enough, you know what I mean? So
no, we get it right here. I don't want to disrespect a man's area where they're from. You know what I mean? I saw you in Birmingham, so I just assumed. Being an ignorant London person, I assumed that you a Birmingham you was from. So yeah, no, Wolverhampton.
I don't mind, Jano, because I not no boundary like that, you know. Come I tell you the truth. You see, when me there Jamaica, them say Macka B from London. When me there London, they say Macka B from Birmingham. When me there Birmingham, they say Macka B from Wolverhampton. So me no mind, you know. Yeah, cause we just like that. We're not on a post-code war and all them something there, you know. Yeah, we just all one. You see me answer. So the way we get introduced to Wasafa is I was on a sound in Wolverhampton, Skippy and Lippy. the song from Wolverhampton, and used to burn down the place and play at Birmingham sometimes and go on good and thing. And one time, one of the Wasifa man come over and say, wouldn't mind you talk on the sound. So I go over and meet them and say, yeah, them seem all right. So we give it a try and we go up on the sound. And it go well still, you know. And there had some Rasta youths on the sound as well. Spengman, Mikey Tough, Sister Dan. And it was nice, and to be honest, it was through the Wasifa connection that we get to do my first real recording where people kind of really know, you know, because there was a dance in Leicester, I think in 1983 or 84, and it's Wasifa versus Saxon. So at that time, Saxon have Tipper, them have Papa Levi, them have Colonel, them have Rusty, them have Sandy, Maxi Pre, all of them did it. And the dance is nice, and you ask people, we mash up the dance. People say, Macka, you mash up the dance, you know. And a cassette tape of the dance reached Fashion Records in London, and they asked me if you do some tune. So that's how we do the tune, Bible Reader, with them, you know, and Gentleman with Manners and things. So that kind of started the thing. So that was with Wasifa Sound, you know. So it led to other bigger things as well, you know.
Wasifa Showcase. Obviously, there's been plenty of sounds that have come out of the Midlands, which we have Love Injection. Are these sounds an extension of Wasifa Showcase? They are more now known as juggling sounds now. But are these? Would you say these sounds really hold homage to Wasifa Showcase?
No. Them standing at them one right. Them standing at them one right. Some of them was going on, maybe in a different name, alongside Wasifa Showcase, and some of them might even be older than Wasifa Showcase, you know. Yeah. Love Injection is its own kind of sound. It's a kind of different sound. Love Injection is a dub plate sound. You know, them clash and juggling, and Wasifa is more like, nowadays, is more like an entertaining sound. It was more like a DJ sound at that time. You know what I mean?
Did you? Yeah. So, is it right to say that a Wasifa Showcase is more like a Stereo Mars kind of sound? Stereo Mars. What was the other sound? Creation, Stereo One from back like in Jamaica. That's that.
Yeah, at that time, and then it turned more into like a Stone Love. After the DJ them kind of left it turned into more like a Stone Love-ish kind of song.
Would you say that, as you mentioned, Stone Love, would you say the juggling sound system has clearly evolved from knowing from the days of King Tubby's and Metro Media, it has developed to juggling? Would you say the juggling side of the reggae industry, the sound system, has destroyed the reggae DJ?
I wouldn't say destroyed. It just make them move over to the live thing, you know. Make them move over to live and make them move over to PA, personal appearances, you know. Because as you know, when the sound system in the 80s and 90s and even 70s, the DJ run the sound, there wasn't really no dub plates. You know, it's like the dub plate nowadays replace the DJs, you know, which in a way is not as good really to me, because the DJs, even when me first start, we was like news readers. You know, certain things were happening in the community. We just build our lyrics, you know, so certain things you don't know what I go on. You say, let me go at the dance, and you find out what I go on at the dance, because what if a different DJ I give for them experience and thing. And so now it's just mainly me kill your sound and your sound will kill mine, and you know, it's a different vibes. Although it can nice and the clash them can nice still, but it's a different vibes. And I feel if they could intertwine the two and bring back more of them DJ thing, you know, because even some young people, I'm sure they would have loved to come at the dance, and that was our apprenticeship. So me I say, we come at the dance, we learn with skills, we learn how to interact with people, you know, we learn which lyrics really touch people more than some, you know. So it would have nice now, even for the younger youth, them, you know.
Yeah. Now it is. I mean, I really like the juggling sound. Obviously, at the time of Wasifa, Stone Love was Rory has been doing it for the longest while. I do want to ask you, as we come back off the break, I want to ask you this: which DJ or DJs when you've DJ with them made you say, right, I need, you knowing you're going to be doing this dance, I'll answer that question when we come back because I want to get your answer from you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the FM of 99.8. We are currently speaking to Macka. We've got another 10 minutes or so left with him. We're just talking about his event, which is taking place on the 17th of February at the Jazz Cafe, which is doing a catalogue. One of the questions I want to ask you, is there any DJs out there you know you're doing a dance with or you're performing with, you say what you need to have your A game? Old on you.
No really. Cause me not really have no fear like that. You just do what me I do any. If you see me I say, me just do what me I do, you know. Cause even when we do Rebel Salute, we do Rebel Salute the last time at 2017 or 16, and I use the same band as I and them.
Okay.
And I come on before we about 4 o'clock and burn down the place. And this is the crowd. Because sometimes the yard crowd, I wonder if they're really into the roots thing or they want to hear the woman thing and rare. But me just say ancestors just forward with me. So me just go up on the stage and me just do my thing, and at the end I sure mash up the place. The people them love it. All soldier them I say, boy, the rest from England take the whole festival and all them kind of something there, you know. So me just do me, you know. Me just do I, and me not really watch nobody else, you know.
You mentioned during the break when you was playing sound with Saxon, and it had Tipper and Rusty and Maxi Priest. How highly do you rate Saxon sound system?
Yeah, man, very highly, man. Yeah, man, a big sound, man. And kind of change the face of the DJ thing in the UK, you know. And maybe in the world too, because some of the Jamaican artists was influenced by the fast style, you know, especially when they come with the fast style and those kind of things, you know. It influenced I, man, so me start do the fast style as well, you know, and I respect them, man, you know. I respect them, yeah.
In Jamaica, they have Peter Metro and Major Mackerel have a old school night where some of the old school DJs get to take it back to the old school. Have you performed at that?
No, not yet still. But me see it, man. I watch it regularly still. Dance on Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Come on,
I saw Buddy General perform, and I was like, you still got it?
Me see all Kojak. You know how long me know hear about them man, the Kojak and Mama Liza, you know what I mean? Long time. Tristan Palmer. Me see people who me not see for a long time, which is a great thing, man. And what me like about it, the platform we Metro have, is no gun thing, not really, you know. You can't come in on gun thing and all them something, you know. You have to come with something decent, which is good still. Cause I too much gun thing anyway. You must have some space where some gun friendly place, you know, where you know you can come and full joy the night, and it's not about killing, you know.
But I cannot leave this interview without speaking for one of the biggest tunes, which you might differ, but people recognize you for commercially. Your combination with Kofi on our records, Dread of What She Love. You know what I mean? How did that combination come about?
Well, I think Kofi did sing on the original with 15, 16, 17, yeah. And I think she laid the track down at Ariwa. And I started to work with Ariwa and he played me the song. I see.
That's right.
It's all right.
I remember watching an interview with Greggy Isaacs one time, a documentary, and the phone kept on ringing. It's all right.
That was the mother. That was the mother-in-law, so I have to get back to her quick after this.
Yeah, 5 minutes. I mean, 5 minutes.
Yeah, anyway, yeah. So you play me the song, and we know the song from before, because we have sound and we know them tunes. I say, yeah, man, we can do something with it. And we do something with it, man, and it come out nice, and people love it. It got #1 in our reggae charts, and we do a video for it, and it get bigger Jamaica too. That's one of the tunes that introduced me into the Jamaican market, because them started the video. And after that, I start forward a yard much more, and you know, things start going for me at Jamaica too, you know.
Yeah. No, it's a big tune, man. And one of them tunes, like I said, you could play at weddings, you can play it at christenings, you can play it in a blues. It was in the clubs. It crossed over. Because there's certain music you can only play in certain environments, but that particular tune crossed over a many Arabian arena. So look, I don't want you to get in trouble with the mother-in-law. You know what I mean? Because I know that thing. I know that thing.
Cool, man.
You are going to be at the Jazz Cafe. I will give out the details on the 17th of February. Who else is supporting you on that day? Is it just you?
Yeah, I think I just we still, but you're going to get enough entertainment still. It's not just like 45 minutes or nothing like that. Even an hour, it's going to be much more, hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. We have the energy, as you will say,
And lastly, me knowing you, right, as a lyricist and as a artist who speaks of the social issues, and living in the current times we are living in, where people are being cancelled, does that deter you from talking about the social issues, like what's going on in Palestine, what's going on in Russia and in Africa? Would that deter you lyrically for not talking about it or addressing it?
That wouldn't deter me still, because it is what it is, Like from the earlies, me talk what me talk, people know that, even even my name Macka, when I used to come up in a Rastafari, we take it from the Bible, the Maccabeans, like holy warriors and things. But when through the fullness of time, we get this book called The Africans Who Wrote the Bible. And it's an Akan writer who will say some of the names in the Bible are actually African names, kind of plagiarized. So I look on the names and I say Macka. I say, I wonder what Macka mean in the Akan language. And it means one who talk is talk, one who say what he have to say. So I say, yeah, man, that fit me like a glove, So we always talk with talk still, But sometimes you have to talk it intelligently. And you have to know where you talk, because sometimes when you talk it nonchalantly and without thinking, it give the thing that you talk against power. And that's the thing, You can give it power, and make it manifest and grow. So you have to know how to talk in a certain things, because they can use your talk, So that's happening in the past when you talk about certain things and you say, do this, do that, that. And you say, they say do this and do that. But if you talk intelligently, no one can say nothing to you. You see me I say. So we just have to keep it intelligent,
Macka, I can talk to you for God knows how long. Please just keep in contact. Do you know what? I am going to arrange at some point of this year to have a conversation of the current state of dancehall music and moving forward, because we want our next generation to appreciate not just the music, but why it started and the identity it brought to our community and to the culture. Because everybody was associated. That was I would say young men's clubs. That was their youth clubs.
Yeah,
Every
man.
young person was associated with a sound system, and I think that is so missed now. So, and this is how we got to meet people from across the country to celebrate the culture. So I would know man in Coventry, because me and my friends took up ourselves and drive down there to follow the sound.
Yeah.
And then as you find out there's a bag of gal in different parts of the country you can talk to.
Sit there.
I mean, Macka, I wish you all the success, all the health, and all the love. Yeah, and God willing, I'll be seeing you on the 17th to introduce myself. Big up Consciously PR as well. Anything you want to say before you leave?
No, man, I just say give thanks for everybody who has listened to my music over the years and felt a good vibration, and give thanks for the opportunity to speak to the people, Quincy, and keep doing what you're doing, because consciousness, we are links in the chain, you have DJs, you have radio people, we're all unite together. So give thanks to each and everyone. Rastafari, I live.
Respect, King. Take it easy. God bless. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Macka.